What's up, my YouTube family? Welcome back to the Gaming Brigade. And over the last few days, Overwatch has given us a few updates in regard to fixes that are already being implemented into the game. So this morning, I wanted to take a few minutes to go over some of the details and pass along some things we see and other things we hope to see very soon. Now, if you happen to enjoy this video, do me a favor really quick and hit that like button. It really does help the channel out. You can feel free to subscribe or join as well. And remember, we have giveaways here. And our current one is for an Xbox Series S. To enter, all you need to do is subscribe here or follow on Twitter, and the winner will be announced on December 31st of this year. Now, the good news is that a lot of you have reached out to the channel saying that you're starting to see the queue times disappear. You're able to jump right into the game, but you still are missing a lot of stuff. So there's a lot of things we're going to go over in this video. Now, the first thing I want to cover is a tweet that the game put out yesterday, and they said the following: "We want to share updates from the team working this weekend on Overwatch 2. Fixes are being rolled out over the next few hours to address many of the remaining LC208 errors. We are aware of lengthy account migration queues and are ramping up capacity to move it faster. We will continue to keep players updated on our progress and plan to post another more detailed update Monday, October 10th, which is tomorrow. So my friends, of course, as soon as I have that information, I will pass it along in another video." So at this point, we're going to jump back to the notes that the game put out on Friday, October 7th, and the first thing they talked about was the SMS Protect thing having to do with your cell phones, and you can see the first thing they say: "The change to phone number requirements is now in effect. As we mentioned in our last status update, this means the majority of our console community, players who already had Overwatch connected to their Battle.net account, including any console player who had played since June 9th, 2021, no longer need to meet the SMS Protect requirements. Any PC player who has ever played the original Overwatch has the requirement removed as well." Now, for those of you that are still having that issue, I'm going to leave a link in the video description that will tell you exactly where to go, how to file a ticket, because that's something you want to make sure they handle as quickly as you can. Next, my friends, we're going to talk about the account merge, and you can see they said the following: "We've made progress here, and we believe we have a working resolution for the general emerging issues. Some players who have merged their accounts should now be seeing their full collections, but we have many still in queue to be resolved, and we expect more to be added to the queue as people log in for the first time over the weekend. As we said previously, your collection is not lost, and with the database now updated, we now have more bandwidth to complete these merges." Now, one thing I've noticed based on your comments, and this is incredibly frustrating, but a lot of you are at different phases of that merge. Some of you are seeing all of your stuff back in your account, while others haven't seen one thing returned to you. Others are getting partial, others are just, it says your account is merged, and all of a sudden you're put at the beginning of the queue. This is all of the stuff they're trying to work out. It's still buggy as shit, but my friends, they will finally get this thing worked out eventually, and as always, I will keep you posted on any more updates. Next, we have the update on the Watchpoint pack on consoles, and they say console players who pre-purchase the Watchpoint pack may not be seeing the items as being available. While some users are experiencing this on Xbox, this issue mostly appears on PlayStation right now. We have a fix for this that we plan to deploy in our downtime later today. And remember, this is actually a note from Friday the 7th, so it's been a few days, so if you are still dealing with this problem with the Watch pack not showing up, please let me know. Now, thankfully, the game also addressed an error code a lot of us were seeing, which was the LC208, and they say we resolved a majority of these issues with our fixes yesterday, but the issue persists for a small group of players who are still seeing this error, which is preventing login. Now, apparently, they did deploy a fix for this yesterday, and hopefully it's working for your gameplay. I can say for me, I've logged in a bunch of times. I was seeing that error nonstop. I'm not seeing it anymore, and hopefully that's the case for your game as well. Next, we're going to talk about some of the issues players are having with matchmaking. They say now that we've increased capacity and have higher player concurrency, matchmaking systems are being affected, which means you may be seeing a wait before being placed in a match. We are changing configurations within this system today and hope to somewhat shorten that wait throughout the day. We will continue looking into matchmaking queues throughout the weekend to identify any additional improvements we can make. And as we make our way to the last page of the patch notes that the game put out last Friday, I want to once again remind you I am fully committed to bringing you all of the updates as soon as we get them. And in my opinion, everything does thankfully seem to be trending in the right direction, even though these are things that should have been ready at launch. But anyway, getting back to Friday's patch notes, on the last page you can see they say, "We understand that the launch experience has been frustrating for many players in our community. We deeply appreciate your patience and thank you for your support, and we are laser focused on improving the Overwatch 2 experience for all players. We'll be back early next week to provide more updates on the forums, but if anything else needs to be communicated in the meantime, we will post it to @PlayOverwatch, which is their Twitter page, to keep you informed. Thank you, heroes, the Overwatch team." Now, as I start to wrap this video up, I'd like to answer a few specific questions some of you have sent the channel. The first of which being, should you buy another Watchpoint pack if you haven't received the one you pre-purchased? And my answer is absolutely not. Do not spend any more money on the game until you get your stuff from the first game, and anything you pre-purchase for this game you get as well. Because in my opinion, the last thing you want to do is shovel money into something until you know it's going to get worked out. And I have full faith they're going to take care of all of this stuff. But unfortunately, it has just been a disaster of a launch. I mean, if you look at what you're seeing on screen, for me at least, this is the first time I've been able to access any of this stuff in the menu whatsoever. Like, I've had the game for what, 5-6 days now, whatever it's been, and this is the first time it's actually been working properly. So like I said at the beginning, we are moving in the right direction, but there still happens to be a ton of stuff that they need to work out. And like I said in a previous video, a lot of you mentioned this before, that with the first game, it was the same type of launch. It was a bit of a hot mess, and then everything kind of smoothed out and everyone was good to go. I really think it's going to be the case with this one. I think within the next week we should see even more improvements, and hopefully by then everything should be working the way it should have worked on the day of launch. The other thing I want to make sure I mention before I wrap this thing up is that a lot of people, and I know I said this before, but you're at different phases of the merge. So some of you may see that your account merged but none of your items have been showing up at all. Others have an account merge and everything shows up, you're fine. Other people still can't log into the game. These are all the bugs that they're working on. You're going to see a lot of people at different phases, but they are trying to fix all these things as fast as possible. So definitely hang in there, my friends. Let me know if you have any other questions, and most importantly, do not spend any more money. Wait until you get the stuff you actually purchased in the past and then go from there. And actually, one thing you've brought to my attention as well is some of you have synced your new Overwatch 2 account with the wrong Overwatch 1 account. You want to know if you can somehow switch it to the proper one. At this point, the game has not gotten back to me, but as soon as I see any answers whatsoever, I promise to pass them along. With all that being said, I'm going to start to wrap this up. As always, I want to take a moment and thank you all for the incredible support you are showing the channel, and remind you, if you have any questions, comments, or feedback, please let me know and I will get back to you as quickly as I can. On that note, I'm going to let the rest of the video play out. However, like I mentioned at the beginning, if you happen to enjoy this, do me a favor really quick and hit that like button. You can feel free to subscribe or join as well, but most importantly, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.